Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
That's right. Monday Night Football is here, and we are back on the Print Factory talking a two-game Monday Night Football slate on DraftKings here. Of course, I am JSU with my man, Big T, at Big T44 DFS on Twitter. And Big T, I want to start us out here not with some of the great calls we had yesterday on the Wood Show, not with a lot of the amazing bets we gave on the Print Factory that just absolutely crushed, but with JSU knowing more about Bengals history than Mr. Big T himself, the Bengals, Big T, the Bengals guy. Here he comes, the big Bengals fan. I owned your ass about the Bengals. You were giving me shit. What was it, like a week or two ago when I said it was the worst loss in Bengals history? And you were like, I don't know. They've been pretty bad. And I was like, nah, bro, that loss had to be the worst. I owned your ass. Say it right now. JSU, you were right. You owned me.
I mean, I can't believe you went back to this same argument that a Jake Browning-led team was the worst Bengals loss ever. Like, it's just one of the worst takes of all time.
Hey, John Gruden, I saw
That's
the
why
clip.
he's not coaching anywhere. He's getting gear shipped to his house because he's got takes like that.
No. You love Gruden. Don't. I'm not letting you skate out of this one. You love Gruden. Don't lie.
I mean, anyone could say it. It's Jake Browning. How can that be the worst loss of a franchise?
I look over at the comments. As the first comment I see is Big T is Slappy, and I couldn't help. Sorry, Slappy, if you're watching. I just couldn't help but laugh when I saw.
He's not saying Slappy. You didn't read the whole sentence again. It's Slappy.
No, but when I see Slappy, I just think Slappy in my head. So it made me laugh out loud because it made me just think of Slappy.
Agree, Bumpsta. I mean, he just started the show with that.
What are you talking about? That was a great start to the show. I mean, what are you,
Johnny
terrible?
Needs LASIK. I mean, I'm agreeing with all the chat.
Dude, I started out the show. I touched on the fact that we gave some good calls on the Print Factory, or we gave some good calls on the Wood. I touched on it.
I mean, what are you going to come on tomorrow's show and be like, man, another horrible loss for the Bengals? Like, I mean,
wait a second. You don't know what I think about this game. I could think the Bengals are going to win this game. I mean, don't go there saying you already know.
When the Broncos win 43-6 tonight, will that be the new worst loss in Bengals history?
If Jake Browning turns the football over worse than he did last time, maybe.
I mean, there's no possible scenario they can have this. This is my point. They can't have their worst loss ever tonight. It's impossible.
Why not?
They can lose by 100.
And it wouldn't be why, just because Jake Browning's the quarterback, so we throw it out.
Expectation now. There's you can't have a terrible loss. It'd be like saying the Jets. If the Jets play terrible tonight, it's their worst loss in franchise history.
Yeah. So wait. So a team a franchise can't be horrible and get slapped for a season, and like one of the games can't be the worst game. Like that game.
In their franchise history. Like, it'd be like, okay, Jokic is out, and then the Nuggets lose by 40. Is it the Nuggets' worst loss in their history?
Well, that's different, though. Okay.
How's it different? You're losing
because NBA regular season is different than
okay,
NFL
what if he gets
regular
hurt in the playoffs and then they get beat by 40? Is it their worst loss ever? It's impossible. That's my point.
Okay, so fair. So you're saying that the team needs to be fully healthy, even if they don't have good players. They need to be fully healthy, and that constitutes.
If a team doesn't have if Washington lost by 40 yesterday, it wouldn't have been their worst loss in history. It's impossible.
All right, fair. All right, you know what? That's a good argument. You didn't come on here and just say you're wrong. You gave a good argument. I'll give you that. You
I mean,
gave a good
we got
argument.
slapped. Like, we already admitted we got slapped. And we're going to get slapped again tonight to start the
It
2K.
wasn't you got slapped, though. It was the way he turned that football over in the second quarter
Some
was
of
just
them weren't even like his fault, though. Like, Jamar Chase fumbled. It was the whole team.
Yeah.
Like, they stunk. Like, they were going to stink tonight. We're going to get pounded again.
You're bringing bad mojo to the show already,
I'm
talking
bringing
about
good
your
mojo,
Bengals.
'cause we're going to pick winners. It's easy when you know one of the teams that's going to win.
Well, that's a good point. Okay, that's fair. All right. Well, let's get to the actual football talk here. Tony, how was your Sunday? I skipped over it. I'm sorry. How was your Sunday? I saw you pick some winners, except for the friggin' Ravens, which we won't get into on the show.
Okay, Jay can't wait to come in on his Chiefs. He's been waiting. He's been waiting for us.
Honestly, like one of the only losers on that Print Factory show that we did was the Ravens. The problem was we all loved the Ravens, so it was like a really bad loss too. We were just wrong. Like they got whooped. And Lamar Jackson quit, and no one can tell me otherwise. I don't care, Ravens fans, he quit. Sat on the sideline. His hammy hurt a little bit. They weren't giving him any medical attention. He wasn't going to the back. He quit. He's getting whooped.
100%. Yeah. I mean, he's not a winner. He's never been a winner. That's
Lamar is still crying on the sidelines.
Yeah,
I agree.
I
agree. How do we pick a quitter, Big T? Seriously, how the hell do we pick the
Bible
quitter?
bits that God says that he's on our side. Well, see, we're in good shape. We got the Bible on our side. Love it.
Love that. Love that. Love being on God's side.
We need all we can get on our side.
I'll take anything, bro. We've said this before. We'll take anything though, so we appreciate that. Yeah. So back to the Ravens game, Tony. I don't know if you want to talk about it. I know you watched it. I watched it painfully.
I've seen that play out so many times. Whenever I count the Chiefs officially out, they always show me that they're just not, just the same way Brady used to.
I was telling Big T this story because I don't know if he did it either, but so we do like 3 picks for the Print Factory each week. And we all agreed we weren't going to give the Ravens because we just all liked it. But I do like a parlay. So I'll take all 9 of our picks and I'll do a parlay with the whole thing. And I added the Ravens. So I was telling Big T this. I was like, so we're 7-0. It's the Ravens are the only game. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, son of a bitch, the Ravens aren't going to do it to us. And because if we won that game, I would have definitely gotten like a nice cash out option and I would have been able to like hedge a little bit. And nope, the Ravens just absolutely got pounded the other way. I was not expecting it. It hurt my feelings, Big T. I don't even know if you realized it until later when like all your bets got placed. But man, I had like 20 bucks
a lot
to win.
More than
like
I lost, and I didn't make money because I was very heavy on the Ravens.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
That's why you're not supposed to like go that much heavier on one game, because even though you love it, you really don't have that much better of a chance, even though it seems that way.
How do we say burglar? Burglar?
God, get us going with the R's again. I love that. What was that word? I already forgot what you said. Drawing. He's going to drawing us.
Drawing.
What other words does it come into play on? Just so I know.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, once I say it, though, you'll know. But, like, until then, I don't know. Chat's just going to have to start spamming words. And we'll see if I add the R or not. But say forks. I got that one. Yeah, drawing. Matty Ice knows. He gets it. Drawing. Just like that.
There's got to be other ones. I can't wait to find some more as we go.
He said I Googled it this morning. Well, keep Googling. We'll figure it out a little bit. But all right, Tony, people in chat were saying love the 2-game slates. What do you think of the 2-game slates? I think you're a big 2-game slate guy, but I know you like the showdowns. They do have showdown contests tonight, but big show 2-game prize pool, $500K up top to first over on DraftKings. What do you think of the 2-gamers?
I love the 2-gamers even more than the showdowns. And honestly, on the 2-game slates, I wish the showdowns weren't as big because I feel obligated to play the showdowns, and we do content for both showdowns too. But I focus more on the 2-gamers for sure. And yeah, Gavin, I saw this too. I mean, Emmanuel Wilson last night winning people in the captain because of how many points were scored. Just craziness. And there were sharp people that had it too. My buddy Sky Hoke from the Golf Streets and ETR, another freaking big win from him, had that somehow. How in the world? It's got to be the Sims. It's the only thing it could be that would get you onto something like that. But man, I would never. If there's ever a team like that, it will never be me that wins. But 65 grand or something.
Was it a 3-3, a 4-2? What was the actual?
I honestly don't remember. It was all the good guys plus him. And
I gotta go look.
I don't remember the exact build though, honestly. But
yeah,
it was a good. If you were building a Wilson captain, it's what it would have been. All the studs, and then once he gets there, you're just
Love, Jacobs, Dobbs,
Wyatt Spud, Lion Cubs. They're tough. You got to be perfect though. When you get the script right, that's why I've always loved 2-gamers too. When you get the script right, you win a lot of money. When you don't, you probably lose. It's that simple with the showdown. But I like that. I like to have takes and go like that.
I just love Dub KJ. I don't know how Dobbs wasn't the winning captain. That's insane. It's still insane to me how he didn't somehow win in the captain.
There was a lot of points. There was a lot of dudes that crushed.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a fun game for fantasy, but
fun game to watch too. Honestly, like I don't care about either of those teams. It was fun to just watch. It was a good game.
I don't give a shit about either of those two teams. I'm just saying. Nothing is worse than a tie. I literally tweeted it out. You can't professional sports. I get it in like kids sports. You want to have a tie. By the way, I hate that too. But like you want to have a tie in like your rec leagues or whatever the hell. Like I don't care about that type of crap. Pop Warner. Okay. But a tie in professional sports is absolutely bullshit. Tony, did you see like all the players saying like, I didn't even know that we could tie? Like there was a bunch of guys like I think George Pickens was one of them that was like, I just thought we like restarted or something like college or whatever it was. Like I just thought we restarted again. And I'm like,
it is weird to watch them walk around on the field too. They don't know if they should celebrate or be mad because they tie.
No, they should all be mad. Like every single one of them. I would rather lose than tie. I know I've said this before, so I feel like I'm saying it again, but I would rather lose than tie. Tying is definitely dumb.
It's another one of your just bad takes, but I get that you want to be the tough guy. I don't want so if like you could kick a field goal to tie or go for it, you just be like, I'm going for it.
I would go for it.
You would. I know.
Well, not from where they were. You're talking like if I'm on the 5-yard line.
If you're there, like you just kick it. You're not happy when you tie because you would have lost.
No.
So then you're but you would have lost.
We're losers. Because we're losers. We both lost.
You didn't lose. This is the point. This is how I just proved you wrong because you would have been happy if you tied.
No, I wouldn't be happy. I would have kicked it.
You would have lost if he missed. So if he missed it and you lost, you would have been just the same as if you tied.
Yeah, I'd feel the same. I'd feel shitty.
What if we get to the end of the year and the tie's the reason you got in the playoffs?
I would still feel shitty we tied.
you would look back on the tie and be like, man.
Yeah, the Packers. No, the Packers should feel worse than the Cowboys.
The Packers should definitely feel worse than the Cowboys because they were dominating for a while.
And I feel worse because I bet the Packers. So I feel double bad because I got a tie and I bet the Packers. So it was lose. But everything else worked out. It was just the tie. I don't like the tie. So I don't know. You didn't prove me wrong.
The Ryder Cup looked like it might be a tie for a minute too. It was getting somewhat close.
What? So wait, would they actually tie if it was the Ryder Cup, or would they do like a playoff?
The team that wins it only if it's a tie. The team that won it the previous time just keeps the cup. So like you need. That's why it always says 14 points to retain the cup.
Okay,
so the winner. There's no way you saw this because no way you watched on a Sunday.
Not on Sunday, bro.
The dumbest rule ever in golf, though. You're gonna hate this rule. You probably haven't even heard about it. So if someone gets hurt, the other team gets to basically they have an envelope. They write the name of who they would put in there. So if someone gets hurt, that person plays against whoever's in the envelope, and they just both get a half point. So the team that has all healthy guys basically gets screwed. So they just get a half point. So yesterday, Hovland couldn't play because he was injured. So Harris English was the U.S. guy in the envelope. So neither one of them got to play, and both teams got a half point. And it almost came down to it at the end. And it was almost like if it ended up 14-14 and the envelope got them a half point, like it would have been somewhat big controversy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a dumb rule. Just another dumb rule. I don't even understand it.
I couldn't believe it. I guess it's happened 3 times in history. There's no way that they do it again.
So the Ryder Cup though, you're cool if it ends in a tie. You're just like,
no, I don't like ties either. I hate ties. I'm just saying,
what are you talking about, big tough guy? Like you hate ties too.
Like,
I said the same thing.
No, I wouldn't rather lose than tie though. That was what I thought was crazy.
No, a tie is
you can't choose it. Like
a tie is just dumb, though. This is my point with a tie. There just shouldn't be ties in professional sports. Like they just shouldn't tie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I hate ties too. You should never tie. Do anything like even the old college.
I found K. Reed. I knew he was gonna come in with the Green Bay hate. Can I say fraud alert? You can go there, K. Reed. You can go there.
I'm the one that hates freaking Green Bay.
You do hate Green Bay. You've always hated Green Bay.
They feel like pretenders for sure to me.
In that shirt too, and you still hate Green Bay. You got the colors on, and you still hate them. It's unreal. All right, well, that's enough of the Packers Cowboys talk. I do agree with one thing you said. It was a fun game to watch. It was fun, just like back and forth game. So yeah, that at least was cool. But hopefully we get 2 good games tonight. Tony already kind of spoiled it, saying that one game might suck, but that's okay.
Maybe I was throwing you off though. I might like rip the shirt off and got some gear underneath or something.
Dude, if you at some point during the show rip the shirt off with a Jamar Chase jersey under it, like that time when do you remember that time I took took my sweatshirt off and I had the Packers Aaron Rodgers jersey on?
You might have that going right now too. You never know. There might be Bo under there.
Do you remember which game that was?
I don't remember who they were playing. Who were they playing?
They were playing the Cowboys. You don't remember?
Aikman on? I might have had Aikman on.
You don't remember? They were playing the Cowboys, and they got and they whooped them. You don't remember that game though? That was the last time I did it.
Didn't see this too. Like, where's it at?
What?
These two fighting? Did you see that?
Oh, dude, do you know what that was about? Do you even know? Do you know do you know the story?
I know Salah was going to destroy him.
Yeah, but do you know why they were?
No,
so
why
apparently,
were they
the Jaguars were stealing like signals or whatever.
Get better signals then.
Yeah, exactly. And then Salah like said something about the coaching staff or Liam Cohen or something, and he went over to him like after the game, like, keep my name out of your mouth.
He would have got whooped.
Salah was like ready to pound that dude. Yeah. And there was like 2 offensive linemen from Liam Cohen's team that were like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing here?
He's got prehistoric signals. Get better signals.
Yeah, I'm with you. I
definitely got Salah when it's coming to a fight, though. He that's not going to be a long one.
That's like a JSU take right there, where I say like the most obvious thing ever. That's normally not you. That's a JSU take. That's like me and you are like going for like a 20-mile run, and everyone just goes in like, I'm on JSU side today. Yes, I'm taking Robert Salah.
Coming in with no 20-mile-an-hour run. Oh, I'm coming in. Don't make me go out and outrun you.
You outrun me? Oh my God, are you serious? How many miles you get in today? I
love how you said like 20 miles. You didn't just say 1 mile. Like I couldn't make it 1 mile, let alone 20. Do I get my car?
Do I get my car?
20 miles. I haven't ran 20 miles in my life combined.
That reminds me of the time I did this burpee mile, and I had 2 of my buddies in cars just slowly like driving alongside of me.
The burpee mile. Oh my God.
That's right. That's right. Did it in 90-degree weather too, just to be even more savage. But yeah, no, that was definitely funny. I enjoyed it though. I saw it like all like happened it kind of happened really fast though, like at the end where he like went over. Do you think he like said it though? Like he knows he's not like going to actually have a confrontation with them. So he says it, but he's like moving away at the
He
same
like
time.
had a player right there too, like in the midst,
Yeah.
like a lineman, a big old lineman to have his back.
Like, when it's like a stage thing, like in a movie where they're like, hold me back, bro. Like hold me back a little bit. Like that's what it felt like.
Oh, it was like that for sure.
Because
He
Sala
would
was
not have said that if they were back in the tunnel and it was just those.
No, bro.
He was not. He made sure to do it on the field.
Well, I think Sala was going over to like shake his hand too. And that's how it started. He like bypassed Sala and then he said it like as he was moving away, like keep my name or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty wild stuff. But I was
hoping DraftKings would give us one of those contests tonight too, the touchdown things.
Oh, that would have been sweet. Did you see Shanny say after, I'm pretty sure it was Shanahan, he said Cohen's got to be stop being so sensitive or something like that. Did you see that in the presser? I'm pretty sure he said that in the presser.
That makes it even better.
It's better. I wish that these teams were division rivals so they could play again. That would have been fun, but
no,
that's 100%. All right. All right, let's get to these two games. We'll go position by position because it's only 2-game slate here, and we'll start with the quarterbacks. Before we get into this slate breakdown, obviously about 20 minutes in, so we're pretty much at our quota for bullshit and whatever, but hit the like button if you enjoy these shows and subscribe to the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel here if you're not already subscribed. That's how easy it is. Just a quick click for that thumbs up and ring that bell to get subscribed, and check out Run Pure Sports, Run Pure Premium Package. If you want all sports, one price. NBA is going to be starting up soon. Run Pure Premium, best bang for your buck. It also includes SaberSim, best opto in the business. If you want to check them out, check out runpuresports.com. And we also have single sport packages as well if you just want the NFL here. And you can slide on into Big T's DMs if you want a little promo code. He's got the code. Get on in. Big T at Big T44 DFS on Twitter or in Discord. Check it out. All right, Big T, let's get to these games here. I got to get the right graphic on, but while I do that, let's talk about the quarterback position here. We got 4 of them right now. Bo Nix sitting at the top at $6K. Justin Fields at $5,500. These are projections. And Tua Tagovailoa, $5,200. And Jake Browning rounding out the quarterbacks at $5,700 here. Big T, I feel like the obvious thing is the running upside. You got Bo Nix and Justin Fields. They're going to be the most popular. But what are you doing at quarterback?
It's going to be maybe the most lopsided ownership on a 2-gamer that we've ever seen, really, especially with both games somewhat close spreads. I mean, Denver's 7.5, but that's not like crazy. And Cincinnati still has players. And Miami on top of it is favored. So I think it's really, really, really hard to play Tua and Browning. I think we can all agree on that. It makes it challenging. I mean, Jake Browning could come in under 10% owned on this slate with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown out there with them. It's really a really bad spot for my Bengals. Denver's
Dude,
D-line,
your Bengals are going to be low owned on a 2-game slate.
which again, and it brings you back to it where a 2-gamer, you can do a lot of things. You can get creative. I mean, if one of these games shoots out and the other game plays ugly, you can win a lot of money by flipping quarterbacks. Even say you build the best Denver game stack you can and then just flip from Bo Nix to Browning, because the more annoying part is it's only a 300 difference. So, I mean, you're paying all of them, really. I mean, Tua's only 5,200. They needed to make Bo Nix way more expensive, and Justin Fields for that matter, because Fields has crazy rushing upside like he always does. So, I don't know, man. It's tough for me to make a case for Tua and Browning. You have good receivers with both too, right? So if you stack Tua or Jake, you probably want to go with the double stack at least. If not, and overstack with those guys and just hope they chuck it all around the yard. Justin Fields and Bo Nix, you could have options where you don't play any pass catchers with them. So that's two like options right out of the gate to get you different. I mean, imagine winning whatever it is tonight, 500K with a Justin, or it's even more with Bo Nix. Like Bo Nix with no pass catchers or something would be so unique on a 2-gamer. It doesn't mean I think I'm going to do it, but it would make it unique. And I don't know. But for just my rankings overall, I'm pretty sure it's going to be just how the projections are. Bo Nix, Fields, Tua. I think I have to put Tua ahead of Browning. I don't think I can click Browning. I'm going to be honest. That playoff game, or that what was it, week 18 last year when they played, was in Cincinnati, right?
Yes, they played in Cincinnati. Yep.
And Jake Browning was the quarterback.
Burrow was out that game, right?
Yeah, I mean he had to be. I was trying to find the box score.
So it was like 30-24 was the game. The Bengals actually moved the ball. Like T. Higgins had 3 touchdowns. I remember
Burrow
this.
did play. Burrow, I don't know why I was thinking that. Burrow had 400 yards.
Yeah, because I was going to say T. Higgins had 3 touchdowns. Jamar Chase had like 10 catches for 90 yards.
Everyone went off. I just looked at I got the stats. Marvin Mims went off for 2 and 100. And
2 and 100.
Just nuke games.
Yeah. So the Jake Browning thing, I just want to start there. So you said you don't know how you can, first of all, on a normal slate, we wouldn't even be thinking about playing Tua or Jake Browning, obviously.
Or about any of these guys for that matter. I don't love any of them in a normal slate.
I mean, maybe Bo Nix with his running upside against the Bengals, maybe you could make the case, I think, on a main slate. But you're right.
The issue is I actually think the other game's way more likely to somehow shoot out than the Bengals game, just because of how the Broncos play.
Well, right. Yeah, I actually like the over here. This is where we might be different. I think both games could go over those totals. I mean, they're 44 and 45 or something like that. They're not super high totals. And you've got multiple bad teams. I mean, the only good team on this slate really is Denver. And honestly, let's be fair, Denver hasn't been that amazing to start the year either. And I know they've faced better opponents here, but, I'm not giving them like a complete pass, Tony. We think they're better than all these teams on this slate. They probably are. But they still got to show it at some point, Denver. They really haven't shown us that much. I mean, don't forget week 1 against the Titans, and we've seen how bad the Titans have been, and that was a close game. And the Titans still had a chance at the end of that game. So I don't know. Who's to say Jake Browning can't go out there and figure out a way, even if it's in garbage time, to manufacture some points and stuff. He still does have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And the Broncos defense, like the thing with them, they're going to play this aggressive. So there's going to be chances that they'll give Jake Browning to put it up to like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Denver plays a ton of man coverage. Jamar Chase does, obviously crushes man coverage. It's a spot where I could see one of those guys going off. So I don't know. I'm opposite. I got Tua last. I just hate Tua though. I'm definitely a Tua hater, and I'll put him last. I got Jake Browning third, and then the question is Bo Nix or Justin Fields. That's the one I'm going back and forth on as my favorite quarterback here. I think I'd lean Bo Nix, but I agree with you. I trust that Miami moves the football, I guess, probably a little more than the Bengals, but not as much as you probably do. So, I think I'm going to still go Bo, Justin, and then I'll go Jake Browning and Tua. And I
can't imagine playing Jake Browning. Like, you're not playing him.
Well, I don't know if I'm not playing. I don't know if I'm playing Jake Browning. I'm saying I'm ranking him though above Tua. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't mean I'm going to play him. I'm just saying I think it's going to be unique. Like what you said, if you build like a game stack of Denver, Cincy, and somehow that Jets game, which we're talking the Jets and the Dolphins, let's say it does just bust. I don't think it's going to, but let's say it does bust. You're going to be super unique with a Jake Browning team. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But how do you have Bo Nix and Justin Fields? Do you have them Bo Nix?
I got Bo a decent amount ahead, and just running the Sims on my Saber Sim right now. I mean, I'm getting Bo Nix 62%, Justin Fields 31%, and then Jake Browning 4%, Tua 2%. Honestly, like, I'm somewhat happy with those numbers. Like, just give me a little bit of those bottom two, and then give me Bo the most, Justin Fields second most.
CTK, I said compared to the teams on this slate. That's what I said. They're good. These other teams are not good. That's what I said. I would definitely put Denver ahead of all these teams. That's all I'm saying. All right. So we agree on the Bo Nix thing. I get why he's getting slammed at quarterback. And Justin
you leave
Fields
those
is
freaking names on there just to tilt me, don't you? Like when I look at the screen, you do it just to instigate.
I filtered it just the way you asked me to, taking out all
you gotta
the
hide
zeros.
the names. You do that just to poke me. I know you do. I know, just like you misspell words on purpose. I know you freaking did that on purpose, leaving those names right there.
I never said it was a hot take, CTK. It's all good. I never said it was a hot take. Jeez. Even though I do have Denver tickets to win the Super Bowl. Not looking that great right now, but that's okay. It's early in the season. Yeah, I definitely did that to tell you. Moving to running back here on this slate, I saw someone ask, double Denver running back. Is double Denver running back the winner? I don't know if you want to start there, Tony, but I mean, all these price tags are super friendly. I don't even understand how like Chase Brown is still 6,600. He's been so bad. They just can't run the football, obviously. He's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage constantly. There's just nothing going with that run game for the Bengals. And I don't think against Denver, the run game is going to be the answer or what they can lean on for this team. But talk about the running backs. How are you getting different? Do you like three running backs on this slate? What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's another slate that you got a lot of decision points, and the more I'm running numbers, the more we're talking about it, the more I just see these Cincinnati guys, my squad. Yeah, I don't think he does that one on purpose though. In Westlake, I think he does that on just by his own spelling.
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
Yeah. You definitely don't mean to do that one. You might do it now on purpose, but you definitely didn't mean to do it.
No, I do it like just quick. I'll just be like typing. It's just how I don't even like look up, and then I'm like, whatever.
So I think just getting rid of my Bengals is one of the easy ways to be different. Like right now in the Sims, I'm getting 77% Chase Brown, and the ownership projections for sure in the 50s or 60s. So, I mean, you got over half the teams in the field with Chase Brown and 77% in the Sims. The hard part is, I will just say, like, the hard part is he does get a lot of volume. He is pretty cheap for his volume just on a 2-game slate. But that's why everyone's going to use him. That's why he's in there. And I definitely think you can get off him. I mean, Achane is on this slate like this is one of the guys that's just like a mortal lock for me. Every team, I don't really see how you get around that volume. I just his upside is floor. So that's one guy. And like we've talked about a bunch, you don't have to play 3 running backs, but you can. I think another guy that is going to be a lock for me, which gets me to 2 locks at running back and really helps me, is J.K. Dobbins, actually, who's going to be the 4th highest owned running back, although it will be close with Brees and Chase Brown. They'll all be similar. But I think you go to my flow chart over at Run Pure Sports. Let's see where he's at because I don't know. Let's see. I'm hoping he's up high, though. I remember talking about it on the show, but let's see. Go over to the flow chart. We got J.K. Dobbins. Actually, I'll keep it up and look at all. So J.K. Dobbins is one of the sneakiest plays of the week, according to my flow chart. Achan is also top tier. So right away on all my builds, I'm not going to have JK on all my teams. I lied about that part. But on my main team, I like him a lot. Both those two are up top. And then let's see where the other Mondays. So Brees Hall's down pretty far. And then Chase Brown is all the way at the bottom because they got no blocking, like you said. So instantly, I could see myself getting different, not playing Cincinnati or Jets running backs because Brees Hall is good. Don't get me wrong, but you don't have to play Brees Hall. And there's still the Braylon Allen effect where he could get some run. You never know. Just like Ollie Gordon got run in the Sunday night game. That was a good thing about the Sunday night game, too. The last 2 Sundays, we've had the worst games. So it was fun to get some points in that spot. But, I mean, another thing, Samaje Perine, if you think Chase Brown has a horrible game and Cincinnati can't block and Denver rolls, I think you should leave Samaje in your player pool too, because who knows? Like we always say, maybe the whole position busts. Maybe all these dudes bust, and Samaje somehow gets a touchdown in scrub time. You could win $500K with something like that.
Yeah, Bronco Taco says, I think you need to leave a chunk of salary to be unique. And maybe, I mean, it kind of just depends. There's other ways to be unique where you can just completely overstack one side of a game. Do things like Tony was talking about earlier, where you play the quarterback with no wide receivers or something like that. Maybe you play Bo Nix and J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey is your stack. Like imagine that, Tony. Like Bo Nix and his 2 running backs, and somehow he throws touchdowns to both those guys. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying, like, to be unique. And you play, I don't know, Denver's defense with it or something like that. Like, those are ways to be unique, where you, like, fade the pass catchers, do shit like that, completely fade a full team, which it feels like to me, Tony might end up completely fading his Bengals. But I don't know about that yet. I do like the Chase Brown. I do like the Chase Brown fade, though. He is 57, 60%. Yeah, nope, I'm out. I like Achan more. I'm with you on Dobbins. He's Dobbins too. Like he's like solid. You know what I mean? I think he's going to get me like my 12 to 16 fantasy points, which could easily be on the winner. And then, after that, I'd have Brees. And then my sneaky guy would be RJ Harvey, just if he could house one. He's just not playing a ton. So one of my takes on this slate, Tony, is I'm going to have 0 3 running back teams. I don't really like running back. I like Achan. I think JK's solid, but I don't love running back. You know what I mean? So my pool is like 4 guys, and I don't want to play I'd rather play like wide receivers. I'd rather just play 4 wide receivers. So that's where I'm at on the running back situation. I don't really like Perine. I get what you're saying, but I would rather
I don't
go
like Perine either. I don't want you to don't act like I like Perine. I'm just
Well,
saying.
If you make me pick one of these backups, though, I would say Ollie Gordon. If you made me pick like someone past RJ Harvey, like it would be Ollie. But even Ollie, like I thought he got more carries inside the 20 than he actually got.
It felt like he played way more than he did. Like watching the game, I felt like he played way more than he did.
And maybe it was because it just was more early in the game than it was later on in the game, but it felt like he got more work for sure than what the numbers ended up being. So Big T is a Perine. He is a Perine guy, Mike. Definitely a Perine guy. So, all right, that's running back. I think running back's pretty cut and dry. Tony, if you had to rank like your top 3, is it Achan, Dobbins, Hall? Those 3?
I would still probably have Chase Brown 3rd in my rankings.
Oh, you would? Boo.
I'm not fading that kind of volume. I'm not. We're not going to come on this show and you're going to be like, I full faded him on all my teams and he got 16 points and beat me.
His new nickname, ladies and gentlemen, Big P. Welcome, Big P, to the show right now, baby. Big P.
Yeah,
hit the like button.
A different P. You're correct.
All right, wide receiver position here. We got to start with the Bengals and Jamar Chase. He's still projected at, the highest, obviously. He is 8K, but I don't think that matters on this slate, Tony, because there's positions that are just too cheap. You know what I mean? The defenses, they're all pretty much cheap. The quarterbacks are all pretty much cheap. The tight ends, we haven't gotten the tight ends, but they're all pretty much cheap. So Jamar Chase at 8K, I can easily get to him. It's not that hard to get to Jamar Chase at 8K. There's really not that many other spend ups. So what are you doing here with Chase, who, like I said, is projected the highest, and they're saying 70%, I think is interesting. That seems a little high for me, but it's probably because you can easily get to him, right?
Yeah, you're going to find that with a lot of positions on this slate. You just can fit whatever you want, which does bring in stuff like fading Jamar Chase. We had a 2-game slate, I think 2 years ago, where everyone faded Jamar Chase in a similar spot of this, I think, because Burrow was out. And I'm pretty sure. And then Chase, like we were playing, God, who was it? It might have been Puka is the funny thing. Now looking at how good Puka is.
I think Chase nuked too in that spot.
Yeah, he nuked, but I think everyone was playing Puka over him. And I was like, how could you play Puka over Jamar Chase? And now you look back at it and it's hilarious because Puka's amazing.
Wasn't that the slate you shipped?
Yeah. And it was because of Jamar Chase just absolutely nuking. I don't know, man. My thing is I don't love receiver though, probably as much as other people will. Tyreek is, you got big names. Every team has a big name guy. Sutton, Garrett Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase. You have big names everywhere, but I just don't love these guys. I mean, Garrett Wilson has friggin' Fields throwing the ball to him. Tyreek Hill has Tua throwing. Jamar Chase has Browning throwing. So, and Denver might not need to throw the ball. So, I'm a little different than you, and I don't love receiver. I
don't know what you can love. I don't know what else you can love on this slate.
I mean, it's a tough slate with that stuff. Like it's. I think you get creative though. I think you play Jalen Waddle over Tyreek. I think you play
that's wide receiver though. That's wide receiver though. I mean, it's a wide receiver.
Yeah, but that's where Chase Brown, I think, has some value though, just because I don't know.
Just because of his volume. Okay, so you like the 3 running back builds more than
I don't know about that either. I'm still kind of sorting through it. I'm trying to find
I'm the opposite of you. I like
even
these
the
wide
pivots
receivers.
are hard though, right? Like do I really want to play Jalen Waddle over Tyreek Hill? I don't know. I mean, what are the builds?
No, but I will say in defense of Jalen Waddle, who I don't love, I thought this was interesting. Jalen Waddle has more end zone targets than Tyreek Hill through 3 weeks, 3-1. He's getting used more in those situations, and maybe that's because they're paying more attention to Tyreek. So Waddle's getting a little, softer coverage and stuff like that. But that was interesting to me. I still think both those guys are going to be very popular. Yeah, Tyreek Hill will be higher owned than Jalen Waddle. On just name value alone, casuals are going to go and click Tyreek Hill. They're going to say 6,500 Tyreek Hill. I mean, Tyreek Hill could be, I would assume, is he going to be the highest owned receiver on the slate? He could end up checking in as the highest owned receiver with that price tag. I wouldn't shock me.
What as soft as the pricing is, I mean, it's got to be Jamar. It has to be. Like, just have salary. Like, it's just so easy to click Jamar. And I don't know. It's tough. It's tough not to play Jamar because you got to start talking floors on this slate. You really do. I mean, if Jamar gets – he had the worst game ever last week in Minnesota. The worst Bengals game, and he got what, 10, 12? What did he get?
He got – let's see. What do you think he got?
I think he got like 10 or something.
He got 9.9.
Yeah, and that, like literally the worst game ever with Browning on the road.
And Tony, he only got, I think it was like how many? He got like 5 receptions on 6 targets or something like that. There is no shot going into Denver that they are not going to manufacture more touches for Jamar Chase in this spot. And I don't think they're going to be able to run the football is the other thing. So how else do you you have to just get these guys the ball and let them try and make plays is the only way. And like I said, Denver runs the second most man coverage of any team. They trust their corners out there. Jamar Chase is going to get opportunities. I know they're good corners, but man, Jamar Chase is like the best receiver in football. So I don't worry as much about the matchup. If he gets locked down, he gets locked down. We just watched the Saints, who went into Buffalo, and everyone thought Buffalo was just going to trounce on them, and they scored some points, and that game was close. I don't want to just necessarily, like, we can't just, like, fade just because they're in a spot where they could get pounded again in Denver. I just want, like, I'm with you. I think Jamar Chase volume alone could get him 12 to 14 and be on the winner.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. And there's not like slam dunk plays. Actually, the funny part is that receiver, the guy that I think's the most can't miss of everyone is actually Garrett Wilson. As crazy as that sounds, I know it sounds terrible
Not
to even
crazy.
say it out loud.
No, it doesn't.
He's just got the most clear-cut path to 15. And on this slate, I want a clear path to 15 because I'm honestly not looking for like 30. Someone will get 30 on this slate, I bet. But I'm not looking for 30. I'm just looking for 15. If you gave me every guy at 15 tonight and just let me go, I think I would take it. Just right now, you said every position gets 15 points. I think I'd be like, give me it.
Tony, through 3 weeks, first read targets designed for these guys, all the receivers. Do you know who is 1, 2, and 3? Could you guess them? Could you guess the players? I gave it away because Garrett Wilson is one of them.
Well, I knew he was one, but you had to just because you were asking. I'm assuming Puka, and I don't know who the third would be. I don't know.
JSN is number 1.
Yeah, JSN was
Garrett Wilson is number 2, and Puka is number 3. Just through 3 weeks. That could change after this week, but it's literally all going through Garrett Wilson, or they're trying to get it all pretty much through Garrett Wilson. That's insane. He's got like a 47 first read target share, design plays pretty much. Like that's insane. I agree with you. He's a very good play on the slate. I think you want one of the Miami guys. I also agree with that. I think you're going to want one of Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle. This does feel like a Tyreek Hill game. I'm not going to lie. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like he's going to just have a big game here. Not a hot take. The guy I really like, though, I'm going to go back to the Troy Franklin thing again. Like he's going to be a little lower. He's 4,100. You don't need the salary savings, but Marvin Mims is banged up. I think he's a really good play, and him and Cortland Sutton are going to be a good combo, like with Bo Nix. Like those guys have really soft matchups, and again, I think one of them smashes. So I think like 2 rules I'm going to have on my teams is I want one of Troy Franklin or Cortland Sutton, and I want one of Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle. Those are like the first 2 rules I have in my builder when I'm running my teams.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, you got to choose volume on this slate a lot and talent. Because the thing is, even though I don't love the quarterback play, there is a lot of talented like stud type guys on this slate. And
Definitely.
talent wins at times. And some of these guys are going to crush. No doubt about it. And a lot of people will build teams with just all 4. I mean, what does it even look like? I mean, this is how soft pricing is. What is it if you play all 4 number 1 receivers? Tyreek, Garrett Wilson, Sutton, Chase. I mean, you have to probably – so you can't really do it?
You can do it. You just would have to punt a running back, meaning you wouldn't be able to
punt. Like a Pirine.
No, you could actually do it with an RJ Harvey because you can punt tight end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you could punt tight end. If you put Bo Nix at quarterback, you put, let's say, Achane, because you need him, you could still punt one running back spot under 5K, and then you punt tight end and punt defense, and it would work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate builds like that. Like, I think that's a good way to build on this slate, especially if you're only playing 2 running backs. And some of the biggest success we've had in the past is full punting 1 running back. Like, what? And by full punting, I mean not one of the 4 starters, not one of the 4 guys that's getting all the projection. And honestly, I do a build like that a lot in college where just say you did. I think Achane's a lock too, but he could get hurt. What if you play J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey in the Broncos defense, not Bo Nix, obviously, And then like that's a build that could win everything tonight. You have to fade Achane, which is a weird fade, but you just never know. You never know what can happen, and you get the team makes sense.
Yeah, the team makes sense, and you can still that's like an onslaught build where Chase can still volume his way to getting there, even with the defense, and it's probably going to be, I don't want to say like completely unique, obviously, but like somewhat unique on this 2-game slate here, and you
I
can see
honestly
how
don't
it'll
hate.
work.
The more I'm looking at it, the more I don't hate it. Just looking.
I mean,
at
I
it.
have the build right here. It's a sweet build.
You can do worse than playing Garrett Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, and Cortland
Definitely.
Sutton on a 2-game slate.
Yeah.
like
you
actually,
said too.
I mean,
Like you said too. And you could obviously, if you're fading Achane, you could also decide to play Ollie Gordon instead if you're like fading him or something
really
on a
want
team.
to do that though.
I don't either.
Like,
I don't either. I'm just saying you could do it and just like, but no, this
he could
build
get more
is
and more of a role too. Like, don't forget about that part because Achane's still kind of a gadget type guy. Ollie Gordon's used to getting 48 carries a game in college. Like he could get more and more of a role. Like who knows what this dude's gonna do?
And his role is clearly short yardage.
Yeah,
like clearly short yardage back, go in, pound. So like he could get those 1-yard touchdowns again. Like it could happen where he gets those. But what about like, so we talked about like the top tier receivers, Tony, but take us down below that 4K range here where you got like Marvin Mims, who's questionable. I don't know if he's going to go right now. We're going to have to wait on him. I think he's going to play, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we'll have to wait. You got Malik Washington down here. Josh Reynolds is back from New York, which kind of sucks because it kind of muddies it up even more a little bit, adding him back to the mix. But do you see anyone you could, think about playing down here?
I mean, 2-game slate, you could pop anyone in there. I don't really see a reason to do it. I mean, I like Malik Washington like you do, but outside of playing, I mean, most of the people watching us are not playing 150 teams. So that's where you can get like super creative. Yeah. I would much rather like do the build we're just talking about than play. I mean, because you have to play Malik Washington over Waddle and Tyreek Hill, like, because you can fit them easy. So like you're literally playing them over those. I just can't do that. Like sometimes I feel good about it. In 150, I do think you should mix some of those in. Like if you have Saber Sim and it naturally just gets a few of these guys in your mix, then I'm okay with it. But for me, talking to people playing 3 teams tonight, I don't think you should play more than the number 2 on these teams. Every team has a number 2, right? Well, besides the Jets. The Jets don't have a number 2.
Yeah, Jets literally don't have a number. The number 2 is like Breece Hall, I guess. But that goes back to, I think it was Broccoli Taco who said we might have to leave a lot of salary on the slate to get unique. And that's where like if you went from Jalen Waddle to Malik Washington and left, $2K on the table or whatever that pit, like you build the best Jalen Waddle team and then you just switch that one play. Like, that might leave a lot of salary. That might be unique if you're making a bunch of teams, or like if Saber's just kind of doing that naturally and you leave the min salary. Like, Tony, what do you do with the min salary? This is a good question. Like for people using Saber Sim, because you brought it up. What are you doing with Saber Sim when it comes to like the salary? Are you leaving it like super low so it can just give you those type of builds if they want to?
I just think there's enough combinations with the 3 without getting to the number 3 receivers that I actually want to leave less salary tonight than other people do, just because you can rotate. I mean, what? He's not a gadget guy? Yeah. I mean, he's a guy that catches the ball out of the backfield. Yes, he is. He's not a guy that you're just going to run up the middle every time for a whole year. He's going to get hurt. I mean, what a take. I don't even think that's like a controversial take. Like he gets good volume, but gadget guy's not even being disrespectful to him. I think he's awesome. He's not freaking Derrick Henry. He's not going to just run up the middle. And I mean,
the way they use him, go watch other running backs around the league. Other running backs don't do a lot of the shit that he does. It's like CMC. Like CMC gets used all the time. Like he'll get used up the middle, but then he'll get used all over the field. Like Devon Achan's role is to literally do whatever they need. So if that means he's going in motion, if that means he's going out wide, if that means he's lining up inside, wherever, like he can do that. Like, yeah, they're not pounding him up the middle, like Tony said. That's not his role. It's not like a traditional running back.
Yeah, I mean, but to polish the question, I just think I want to stick with these. It sounds simple, but just stick with good plays and make slight pivots. Like one guy, like literally one different guy in your lineup, whether it's a 2,500 tight end instead of because tight end, let's face it, Evan Ingram hasn't been very good. I don't really like him. I mean, I can kind of lead you into tight end anyways, just because it's the part of the CMC. Well, I mean, in a way, but CMC also
tight end is,
a lot of volume.
He just gets so much. Well, so does Achan though. They just get so much volume. That's why they're good at fantasy. That's why literally CMC gets 30 fucking touches or manufactured touches a game. Like, yeah, Devon Achan, he gets the ball chucked to him behind the line of scrimmage constantly. Run after the catch constantly. That's good for fantasy. We want that. You know, that's what we want. So, but yeah, tight end, I think is the, dare I say, like, I don't see a ton of like tight ends that I like, but I think it's the position where you're going to have to get right. And it's going to be the hardest to get right on the slate.
And it's like the one you can get a little creative with. Cause I like, seriously, looking at it right now in my Saber Sim, I have like 11 guys in there, and I like genuinely think all 11 of them could be the leading scoring tight end of the night. Like, and I believe that.
You know why? 7 might be the winning score for tight end. Legit. Like
if
6
you
or
gave
7.
Me 7, I would take it, like guaranteed. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't even get 7, because 7 could be like one catch for a touchdown.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what's going to be the winner, is like 10 yards and a touchdown is going to be the winner. So if someone said Mason Taylor breakout game in the chat, I'd give my left arm for a Mason Taylor breakout right now.
Give the arm before the nut?
Yeah, no, I'm not giving nuts. Not giving nuts, you know?
I'll be honest, I might give the nut up before the arm.
Well, you got the job done. You got 3 kids. You're all done, man. You're good. You're good to go.
That's a good question, though. I mean, the arm or the nut? I mean, whew.
I said left. I need my right, bro. I need my right. So please, Mason, come on. Let's do it. JSU's got a best ball bag loaded up with Mason Taylor. I could use a nice breakout game from Mason Taylor. But go back to your spiel, because it was a good one on these tight ends. You got 11 in your pool. It could be any of them. I don't know how you differentiate from them.
You got a few different like dynamics too coming into it. So Evan Ingram's the most expensive, which you need to pay attention to, just because people are going to have salary and they actually know who Evan Ingram is for the most part. But Denver never uses tight ends, really. They haven't forever, and I just don't like him that much. You have Gesicki, who I think will end up being the highest owned just because he's the highest projected.
And no Noah Fant.
Noah Fant's out, but that leads me to the next point. He's got 2 other guys that could also be the leading scoring tight end. My boy Sample, who a couple times a year gets open in the end zone for a touchdown, and then Tanner Hudson, who always gets more of a role. He was the one that was the winner 2 years ago on this show. He could easily be the winner in this slate. I just think, don't get me wrong, in like cash, I think it's for sure Gesicki. Like, definitely in cash, I think it's him. But just for what he's done in the past, he's only 2,900. I think Mason Taylor, though, with you, I think he's the best play for me, because he goes with Fields. They don't really have competition for the tight end. Every other team has multiple. And Miami has been the worst tight end team forever. Like, they never throw to tight ends. I just don't like that many of them. I think Mason Taylor looks clearly like my guy, though. I don't know if it's a breakout. Maybe the breakout is 9 points. I'll take 9, though.
Yeah, give me 9 or 10. Give me double digits, Mason. That'd be great. I'm with you, Mason Taylor. I would go Gesicki. I get being the best just because he's like he's closer to a wide receiver than a tight end, whereas all these guys are more, traditional in that sense. But I'm wondering, like on the flow chart, Tony, the spot itself, not the team, but like the spot itself, there's multiple good spots on this slate for tight ends. Like for sure. I mean, Miami's got to be a good spot to attack them. The Bengals got to be a good spot to attack. It's just the fact that like we hate the Denver tight ends. We don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be
Miami is always the worst on my flow chart. Like Darren Waller, I got him on there. He's like towards the bottom. I'm never playing Miami tight ends. Like they never throw to them.
No, I'm saying attack them with tight ends. I'm saying like the Bengals, attack the Bengals with tight ends. Like I'm saying where on the flow chart are these spots?
Somehow Jasicki's like the Bengals spot's by far the best somehow. I mean, it's just the flow chart. It doesn't have any of my so Jasicki's number one, but none of them are like crazy high though. Back to the projections. I mean, Jasicki's 22nd in projections on the week. He's what 2-4, like 7th in the flow chart. Ingram's 25th in projection, a little bit lower in the flow chart. Mason Taylor's below that, 28th.
Ingram is wash, bro.
Yeah, I mean, tight end is horrible tonight. Like. It's going to be the reason you win tonight if you somehow hit the guy, but it is a good build. The problem is, so say you pivot to one of these guys, the Samples or the whoever
Tanner Hudson or whoever,
and they get you 0, just say that, you're still going to lose to the people that get 3. That's the annoying part. And it literally might be the difference in your night. Like you just, I if I'm only playing a few teams, I would play a different tight end every team. I just would. I would play lock in on some of the guys we like, the running backs, receivers, and just literally play a different tight end on every team. And like I said, I got 11 of them in my player pool. 11 on a 2-game slate.
Honestly, if there's one position where you should have more, it would be tight end for me. I would actually get more condensed at like running back where you can play multiple. But like I would get more condensed there than I would at tight end because, like you said, whoever scores the most at tight end is going to be on the winner. It doesn't matter. You want the highest scoring guy. And Darren Waller's in. Could somehow that Tanner Connor, who was the Showdown hero for everyone last slate at like 800 and he busted. But could he somehow go out there and catch a touchdown? Like he could. I hate Miami tight ends, but it could be. And 2 for 15 and 1 is probably the winner on this slate. So unless like Mike Gesicki goes out there and just gobbles up volume somehow, that's like the only way I think he could he'd be the only one, right, Tony, who could kind of do it. And get there. And
definitely. I mean, I think Jasicki and Taylor are like the 2 guys that could separate. I don't think they will, but they both could get you like 15. I mean, Jasicki's gotten 20-point games tons of times. So it could
they're
happen.
the first two. They're the first 2 guys.
Everyone's going to play Jasicki though. Like, so it takes away a little of the advantage because say Jasicki does get you 20. Obviously, he's in the winner. But it's 50% or something of the field. I mean, what is he projected on? Where's it at? 44.
Sabres got him at 37. I think he's 50. I think he gets to 40 or 50.
The only thing that saves him a little is like I said, Ingram's 3,700. People can afford it. But still, like you're not separating by taking any of those 3. Let's face it, any of those 3, you're not separating from the field. If you somehow take a Adam Troutman and he catches a touchdown, like that could separate you.
And he's lower from a projection standpoint, he's a little lower than I thought. Which is interesting. I thought when Noah Fant had a role. Like his role was hurting Gesicki's role, in my opinion. So him out, unless they just think Tanner Hudson's just going to replace Noah Fant, which maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the idea behind it. But I think Sample or Hudson, as long as obviously, Hudson's active, which I would assume he is, but I think those are like the guys at the bottom, Tony, that I could take a shot on. Those are like the non-Gesicki Taylor teams that I might throw in there.
Yeah.
So, all right. Defense, talked about it a little bit with the Broncos here. I mean, I'm definitely playing the Broncos, obviously, because I like some of those onslaught builds. I like Miami because I like playing against Justin Fields. Justin Fields could easily turn the football over a couple times, but also rush for 100 yards or something like that. So I think those are the two highest projected ones, but those should be. Out of the Jets and the Bengals, which one are you taking out, Tony?
I can't play the Bengals. I'll be honest. We talk about it a lot on the 2-gamers. I just can't do it. I mean, if the Bengals somehow go crazy tonight, it is what it is. I mean, what do I have right now? I mean, I got a couple percent just because, but like on my main teams, there's just no way. I think it's clearly I think it's clearly just the Broncos, and I don't say that much on 2-gamers. I don't like to do that. Just like I said yesterday with Houston, and again, we get stuff wrong. But I said just to lock Houston, and it just was that good of a matchup. And the funny thing about this matchup, besides that they have super talented guys like Chase, up front is just such a landslide mismatch.
So bad.
I just have.
That's why I hate Chase Brown. That's why I hate Chase Brown. Like it is just so bad for them up front.
So bad.
And yeah, I do think the Bengals are going to play some 2 tight end sets. You know, Drew Sample's going to be in there to block a ton.
Especially if they get inside the 10, which is all that matters. And they're going to get down in there. Let's face it. They're not going to they'll get down in there a few times.
Dude, Denver's aggressive defensively. It's not all going to just be Denver crushing them. Like they're going to give up some big plays to these guys. It's not just going to be, I don't think this game is going to be 41-6. Like I think people think this game is just going to be like I think the Bengals are going to put up some points. I'm not saying a ton, but like I think they could get to like 20 here, Tony. I think they could put up like 2, maybe 3 touchdowns. So, but I like the over here. I like both teams to score. So, some points and get us over that total. All right. I agree with you. Unfortunately, I think the Bengals would be the defense I'm out, but I'll be majority
crazy
Broncos.
Though, but there is something to be said for just picking a defense and going for it because there's only so many combos on a 2-gamer. If you eliminate defenses, all you need is the Broncos to be the leading scorer, and you eliminated all those other combos. Even if it's 40%, like Denver's 60%, that's still 40% of combos you don't have to worry about out there.
Yeah, the combination with Bone, they're still going to be the highest is the point, though. Maybe together they won't be as high like the combo, but they're still going to be pretty high, right, Tony? Because Denver's D and Bo Nix are projected the highest owned at quarterback. But that's what we were talking about, doing things like that.
I mean, Justin Fields and Bo, I think will be pretty close to each other.
What do you think? Like 30 to 40% for both those guys?
Yeah, I think in that.
And then
range.
the other,
I legit only think like 25% between the other two, so 75% between the two highest.
Yeah, that checks out because I think I think Tua is going to be like 15%, maybe 17, and then you got Jake Browning for like 7 or 8, Tony. Because everyone's going to play like all the 150ers are going to play like a little Jake Browning just to, be different and stuff. So, what would be the craziest thing though is if somehow like you got the Bengals like triple stack or something like that, and then you just had like the onslaught of Denver, and somehow that was the winner with only one guy from the Jets and Dalton. That's how you really get like crazy. That's another way to be unique though. Like everyone agrees with us that the Bengals are the most likely team to blow out. But what if the Dolphins blow out the Jets and the Jets just put up a stinker like please don't happen, but like the Buffalo game where they just sucked.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree.
Chase Brown or
can
JK
happen too. Like we always think we know and we like to guess as good as we can and stuff, but anything can happen on 2-gamers. Like I'm just saying. And sometimes when you play for the stuff like that, it does go a long way.
Yeah, Chase Brown or J.K. Dobbins. I'm on the J.K. side. Tony, which side are you on?
I mean, JK is my favorite play. So
There you go. Is he your favorite play overall on the slate?
when it's based on like who's going to play what, how he's the number 4 ranked running back according to everybody, I think he is. I mean, I think Achane and Garrett Wilson are better like plays. They're like my lock type plays. But as far as I mean, we can just go into it. J.K. Dobbins is like my for sure like leverage, even though it's not a leverage play per se.
I have him as the
kind
second best play on the as running back, like on the slate. I got him too.
And like I said, that build I was talking about where you play 4 top receivers, you can't play Achane, and at least that I haven't fully played with it, but I don't think you can play both, right? What would I have to do? If I played Achane and if I played Achane, let me just see. Achane and Dobbins with the 4 top receivers, and just say I played it because 2 is the cheapest. Just say I played
You're gonna have to change some things. You're not gonna be able to do it. Like you're gonna have to go all the way down on defense, go all the way down at quarterback.
I could go down to the Jets though against my quarterback. So yeah, that's another build I could do because I could have Mason. Yeah, actually, I could end up giving my whole team away there because if I played Tua and the Jets defense, I could fit everything instead of who did I have? Instead of Fields and the Broncos defense.
Is Harvey getting any I think passing work is what Ben King meant. Yeah, that's mainly what he's getting right now. He is running some routes. He's just not out there on the field as much, like 28%. I think he was out there. So that kind of sucks. But on this slate, like against the Bengals, RJ Harvey, I'll just say this. I think he's like an interesting 2-game slate. I like J.K. Dobbins. I like the idea of playing them together, honestly. I think that's very interesting. If I played 3 running backs, it would be like a J.K. Dobbins, RJ Harvey, Achane build or something like that, where I played those 3 guys specifically because I like the idea of maybe playing the 2 Denver running backs because RJ Harvey, man, he might need just like 1 play, Tony, to the house. Like he doesn't need as much. He's a big play guy, and against the Bengals, he could definitely house something. You know what I mean in this spot. So I would have him. I agree with you, Achane, and then J.K. Dobbins, and then it would be between RJ and Breece as my other 2 guys that are in my pool at running back. So I do like that. Hopefully, it gets a little more work too. That would be nice. Here, Tony, you said your favorite pass catcher was who? Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, I do think that receiver though. I don't have like super strong feelings. I kind of want to set a rule where I just get. It sounds stupid on a 2-gamer, but where I get 1 receiver from each team max. I know you won't like that rule, but I like that rule more than I.
Well, I feel like it might just like block you out of certain builds though. Like onslaughts and stuff like that.
I kind of want it to, though. I kind of want it to.
You want that. Okay.
I just like on this slate. Well, I don't think there's as many points as you do either. So I just like the idea of I got the best receiver on each team or like the highest scorer. I don't know. I don't see someone going for 30 really on this slate, I guess is my point.
I'm going to say this. Bo Nix against this Bengals defense, he's going to chuck the ball downfield. He's done it his first couple. He is going to launch some deep balls down the field to either Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims if he's in there. If you see any bets for like longest reception, go find the longest receptions for like those Denver guys because like Cortland Sutton, I don't know what his longest reception prop is. Probably going to be in like the low 20s or something. Like he's going to get over that. Troy Franklin or Marvin Mims, like take those overs. Bo Nix, he's been waiting for a matchup where he can just kind of let it go. He's going to let it go against this Bengals defense. He's going to be licking his chops to throw the football downfield. So, and you got ODB there. So obviously Bo's going to show out for ODB.
With his jersey.
He's going to show out for ODB. So we got to play some Bo and get some Bo props there for old ODB. And again, I the Denver receivers is where I'm going to flag plant, my stuff. I want at least one of Franklin or Sutton. Probably going to play both of these guys in a lot of my lineups because I think they crush. I think the receivers crush here with Bo Nix. So, yeah, those would be my two plays. And Jamar Chase, Tony, I don't know if you saw this, plus 185 anytime touchdown. Plus 185 for Jamar Chase. I know you don't like Jake Browning,
but Chase at all. I like him in the fact that I can afford him, but I just do not. I hope I'm wrong because my Bengals would make me happy if they. I feel like they get just throttled here.
All right, I'd be fine if they got throttled. I got a ton of Bengals in best ball. I mean, not Bengals, Broncos in best ball. So I'd be fine with getting the 40-pointer, 40-6 game. But we'll see. We'll see who's right. Here, if you guys want all the content, Big T's full player pool for this slate, my 3-max sheet for tonight's 2-game slate. Check us out, runpuresports.com, Runpure Premium for all sports or single sport packages for NFL. We've got that too. You can slide on into Big T 44 DFS DMs for a little promo code if you want a little extra promo to get you in there for your first time over at Run Pure Sports, and hit the like button on this video. Tony, final thoughts here on this slate before we get out of here.
I think we got a big night coming tonight. A lot of things are going to break our way. I can feel it.
I love it. I love it when you're feeling it. That's always good mojo. It's a good sign. Hopefully you guys crush DFS and betting tonight over on DraftKings and DK Sportsbook. Good luck in your contest. For Big T, I'm JSU. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for the Print Factory. Until then, we're out of here. Peace.